Hey, Deuce. Excuse me. Jonathan's wrong. Oh, gosh, excuse me. Tooth on a budget. Oh. Anyway, so yeah. There's been a flood of trolling on that video. Like I said, either someone, got tipped off to it, or an algorithm hit it, or, derp a derp a derp. But that thing blew up. It was getting comments up until, oh gosh, very recently. It's like 6:35 now. The whole hullabaloo started before 5. But anyway, like I was saying, it's very interesting to me. Because it shows an organized attack. It clearly shows that a bunch of people got together and went full donkey. As far as the comments, it's the same usual crap. I'm not bothered or affected by any of it. I know none of it expects a real response. Because, every time you do respond, it doesn't get anywhere. There's no point. And, you see the same repeating, anti-God stuff, in science and blah, 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 blah. When the fact is that all these quote-unquote great discoveries have all been made by Jesuits, and they're all baseless, and they're all nonsense. And observable science, real science that you can go out and do, and make experiments and observations and such, prove that the Earth is flat and stationary. There are natural occurrences such as being able to see across the Great Lakes or the Philippine Islands, or that salt flat in Bolivia that's like, something like 1,000 square miles, I don't even know. But anyway, there's bridges in China, there's canals, just a bunch of stuff, miles long, and it's flat, when there should be a 8-inch degrade every square mile. And when you're in an airplane, you look down, you look out, you see you're able to look out the plane and see the ground and see the horizon, see that it's flat and see that it's stationary from an airplane. Were we on a spinning ball, you'd be looking down at a spinning ball. In fact, by the laws of Newtonian physics, when you left the Earth's surface in an airplane, you would be subject to it spinning, whatever, 1,666,000 miles or whatever. So, flight and all that. Just, it's all provable. And when you ask these people to supply any science, they can't. It's just, NASA says, or, derp a derp, or, this, or they found this, or they found that. But if you really look into what they found, it's always nothing. Like the whole first dinosaur, they found supposedly some teeth and some claws, and they reconstructed an entire dinosaur based on some teeth and claws. Now, you would not be able to reconstruct a jaw and hands, let alone an entire creature. And when you look at these things, they're not biologically viable. They look ridiculous. And once again, all the discoveries are always made by by Jesuits. Newton Newton himself was a Jesuit. All this nonsense is theory and not provable, and you can go out and you can prove that it is flat and stationary. You can prove creation by the study of biology. Things wouldn't happen accidentally because of how things are. Just one cell in your body, if it doesn't intake proteins, one type of protein correctly, that baby will not grow to fruition. Therefore, it cannot happen accidentally or randomly. Darwin himself said in his notes that if it could be proven that one organ in one organism, that if one couldn't be proven to happen randomly, that the whole theory would crumble. And when you study biology and you look at everything, it's too perfect. Even a housefly has to beat its wings at exact precision, like 1,000 something times per second, to maintain stability. It's not going to happen randomly, other than the fact that there's no fossil evidence, because the amount of accidents would outweigh the successes by astronomical amounts. There would be a ridiculous amount of failed dead ends. No, the fact that it just doesn't make sense. It takes too long to happen. Things are gonna die. Things are gonna the first thing that develops claws and teeth or a way to eat other things is just gonna it's just there's not gonna be a timeout period. Things are gonna evolve at different rates because it's all randomly. So things are not going to evolve venom and shells and wings and beaks and claws and all this stuff all at the same time. It's not going to happen. The theory is not sound, and under scrutiny, it is easily disproven. You guys always come at me with science, but you never provide any. You always just say so-and-so said. That's not science. Just quoting somebody. You could go out and prove this stuff with, with observation. Excuse me. Pardon me. Also, I made like a 20-minute long video earlier that just disappeared when my alarm went off. I turned my alarm off after it went off, went back to the video. The video had stopped instead of paused, and I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just put it up anyway, and hit OK, and it was gone. Poof, gone. So that was a little irritating. I'm trying to cover everything I glossed over on that. But anyway, I'm not bothered or hurt by this trolling attempt. Like I said, it just proves the existence of the enemy. It proves that there are people set against reality, be them cult members or, hired guns. By cult members, I mean like people who are like, SJWs and liberals. They're in a cult, but they don't know they're in a cult. But they blindly believe things. They blindly follow things fervently with zealous glee. Do they follow what they are told? And some of those people are unfortunately real, and that's very sad to me. That they literally cannot think for themselves. But so be it. Reality is hard. Reality is scary. That's why people don't like it. But anyway, we'll we'll see if any of this goes anywhere. You know, like I said, I don't, if I get a slew of trolling comments, I scroll through them in the notifications basically until it hits the ellipsis. And, you know, you just see the same crap, you know, meth head, retard, you know, science, you know, no God, Bible's dumb, blah, 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 dumb crap, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, there's literally no point in responding to any of it, or even reading it. It doesn't get to me, doesn't bother me. I've had people I love say and do horrible things to me. A stranger that doesn't know me saying, like, you know, something that, like, you know, 50 other people are saying is not going to hurt me at all. It's literally the equivalent of when you're going for a walk and you walk by a yard and there's like a little, you know, yippy dog, you know, like, you know, trying to defend its territory, all yip, 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 yip. You know, couldn't care less. Trying to think if there's anything else. It was like a 20-minute video, and I'm looking at the time now, and it's like hitting 12 minutes now. Also, too, I've said before, I'm 100% open to a live debate. No one will do it. I've had a couple people go as far as emailing me, and then I said, you know, and they always have weird, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, and I'm like, whatever, dude, here's, you know, get ready for this, here's some of the topics I want to cover, and then they never get back to me, because no one's going to win a live debate, because no one has any information, no one has any science. You could go ahead and look up, you know, like Neil deGrasse Tyson trying to describe how gravity works, and I can tell you how it works right now, and I know you won't get it, okay? And I'm not sure if you can see me, but that's up, that's down. This is denser than its surrounding area, so it falls. The phenomena is called buoyancy. You know, what causes things to float in water, and, you know, air also, if they're lighter than air. Things that are heavier than air require lift. You know, but if there's someone like, oh, the airplane's not lighter than air, you gotta cover things like that. Getting back to airplanes, do you know how any of the instruments work? Did you know that the artificial horizon is just a gyroscope? You know, just one of those. It's just floating there, showing you the horizon and where the wings are corresponding to that. How do you think that would operate on a spinning ball? It wouldn't. But anyway, like I said, we'll see where this goes. Probably nowhere. Once they see that, you know, it's not going to have any effect. You know, throwing insults at me is not going to scare away my my already existing base. I'm gonna suggest that in any troll-filled comment section, any of my regular subscribers don't even say anything, because they're just gonna take that opportunity to attack you, and I don't want that. So that's about it. Anyway, we'll see how today goes. The weather's crappy, but I'm gonna be doing some cleaning, so hopefully I'll at least get some hours in. I got a new car too. I could talk about that. Obviously not in this video, but I traded in the Matrix. Keanu is gone. She will be missed. But anyway, love you guys. Have a beautiful day and God bless you.